This is a test. If you can see us in the comments, if someone could post a quick comment just to let us know that we are live and that you can hear and see us. I'm not seeing that this has started yet, but it says we've been live for 18 seconds. So we're just going to assume that we are. Okay. Anyway, folks, my name is Tom Vasel.
I'm Melody.
This is Melody, my daughter. Now, this will be different. We've never done this live before. Melody's never been live before. And you're nervous, but for all you know, nobody is watching. In fact, what's the difference between this and when we record? It's the same thing.
You can't edit my mistakes.
That's, yeah, that is true. So anyhow, what we're going to do is we're going to go through her top 100. We got something interesting also planned for you. And we'll take some questions from people. However, all questions will go through me. And if Melody's not comfortable with answering a question, then so be it. Also, we got to cut Melody some slack because she doesn't necessarily have the encyclopedic knowledge of games that I do occasionally. So, let's see. Someone said that your friend should come on and criticize you like my friends did to me. But most of Melody's friends do not play board games except the ones that she plays against them and brings to them. So they wouldn't know half of them. Yeah. Okay, so are we ready?
Uh-huh.
We got to be louder.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So here we go, and I'm gonna go. We're gonna make this quick because there's 100 of them. So I'm gonna go to 100, and then I'm gonna say each one, and then we'll just ask you why you picked that one, and we might talk about it a little bit more. We'll try to make this as comfortable for you as we can. So two that just missed Melody's list were Escape and Roll Through the Ages. Okay. So here we go. Number 100.
Yay.
Is Tumbling Dice, which was 83 last year, and then that's the first year it showed up on your list. Tumbling Dice just made 100. Why?
I really liked it because when you rolled the dice trying to keep it on the little platform thingy and trying to get points, I just thought that was a lot of fun to keep playing over and over and over again with other people.
Just keep... Great! Number 99! Tobago!
I like Tobago because with your little vehicle, you're trying to go around, getting your treasure, moving the little statues, which looked really, really cool. I just really like the artwork and playing it.
Actually, I'm debating getting rid of Tobago. Well, we'll see. All right. Number 98 has been on your list for 3 years. It was 64 last year and 46 the year before that. It's Etc. Now, this is a kind of an unusual one because it's tic-tac-toe.
Just the 3 pieces, or 4.
No, there's 3 persons. There's. I can't remember now. There's 3 or 4 pieces per side, but not many.
Yeah, because you're moving them around, trying to get 3 in a row, and I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, really, if this is the way you're going to play tic-tac-toe, that's the way. Yeah, what you said makes more sense. Okay. Number 97, Cat and Fish. This is a game most of you probably haven't heard of. It comes from Korea.
A fishing game that cats get fish.
Yes, that was very
and then
helpful.
Sell them at stores and trying to get all different types of fish at the right times to sell them for bigger prices.
Right, it's actually a worker placement game, one of the earlier worker placement games. And you go out and you can fish in the deep sea.
Or in the shallow.
Or in the shallow. So that's number 97. Number 96 has been on your list now for 4 years, and that is Jamaica.
Like a pirate racing game, but at the same time, you're also trying to get treasure. For me, I just like the racing part, trying to get around as fast as I can, and then win, which I usually do because everyone's just lagging behind getting the treasures.
All right. Speaking of a very similar kind of game with treasures, we have Key Largo.
Key Largo is kind of like it, except you're diving to get treasure and then fighting off monsters the deeper you go.
Interesting enough, Key Largo has been on your list for 5 years. It was number 10 when you first started. Now it's number 95. So speaking of which, Melody is 13. So you were 9 when you first made your top 100. And so...
Which had a lot of little kids' games.
Right. Well, there's still a couple little kids' games on here. Now let's get to... We're going to do 2 games in a row here, which are brand new to the list. The first one is ROFL, which stands for...
Roll on floor laughing.
And which nobody ever does. when they
do in their mind.
Is that what that means? I'm rolling on the floor laughing in my mind? It should be ROFLIMH.
Huh?
Okay. Well, anyway, roll on the floor laughter. ROFL. Why do you like that?
I like it because it's fun trying to shorten phrases to make it funny, but also at the same time trying to make them understand it. Like, the more you text, the easier it is, kind of. It's for texting people.
So you think texting people have an advantage?
Yeah.
All right.
Practice.
Number 93 is a new game that we just reviewed, I don't know, a month or so ago, and that's Drop Sight.
I really like Drop Sight because I was trying so hard. I think I beat him once, but he was better at it than I was.
Yeah, it works really well as a two-player game. Where you're playing cards and trying to drop the goods to the people who need them. It has a good theme, too.
Makes sense.
Number 92 was on your list last year. It's a puzzly type game, and that's Swish.
Swish is fun where there's like clear cards with little symbols on it. Well, symbols for junior and just dots and outlining for the dots in the not junior game. It was fun because you had to strategize the game, make sure you could do it, and then try to match it with the other cards that you had.
All right. The next one, number 91, has been on your list also for 5 years. Started at 54, then 12, then 20, then 65, then 91, and that's Small World.
The bouncy game in my list. I like Small World because you have these super cool characters, and if you have the expansion, even more characters on the underground or upground Small World, fighting against each other to get all the territory.
Right. For those of you who are looking to get Cat and Fish, good luck. It's out of print for all I know, and if you do find it, you're going to only find it in Korea. Maybe you can find it on eBay. Sorry. That was Small World anyway. Number 90 is Kazam. Now, Kazam's a game that we don't have anymore. It didn't make my cut. Sorry.
It's where you build a little monster or big monster.
What are those called?
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
But you basically match the bodies because, well, you had to wait for your pieces to finally come out, which usually never happens. I never saw complete.
I've seen complete once, but not a complete correct character.
Yeah.
That's almost impossible.
And every single body part has its own special action, which I thought was cool.
Number 89 has been on your list for 3 years, and that's Coyote.
The name doesn't match the game at all. I don't know why it's called Coyote when you're basically dressing up as an Indian with little cards in the front.
Yeah, we have a really good version, a Gigamic version, which has the cards look like feathers, and you stick them in your headband around you, and everyone can see everyone else's but their own, and you're basically trying to guess the total. I think Coyote is a better game than Liar's Dice in that regard.
With a little tomahawk.
Yeah, that's true. And when you're wrong, you stick a tomahawk in your thing, and so when you get 3, you're out of the game. Number 88 is For Sale, another game that's been on your list for 3 years.
For Sale is where you're buying as good houses as you can, and then sell them for better prices. Yeah,
it's a really easy, quick game. I'm actually surprised this is on your list, but it's been there for 3 years. Here's a brand new one, number 87, from WizKids, Batman Gotham City. And this makes me wonder that you like being a bad guy.
No. The Joker looks really freaky in it.
He is really freaky.
But I liked it because you're trying to control as much of the city as you can, like Small World, except you're a bad guy trying to defeat Batman. Yeah.
All right. Number 86 has been on the list for 3 years, and that is Crappy Birthday. To you.
I really like Crappy Birthday because the pictures are really funny, and then the little descriptions underneath that help you understand it. Like, I think there was a Star Wars air balloon thing.
That is not, I'm still telling you, that's a good birthday present.
If you like heights, not me.
All right, well, I mean, what if, but you love roller coasters.
You're out in the air for like 5 seconds.
All right. Okay, 85 has been on your list since you've started it, and that's Zooloretto.
Zooloretto is building your zoo kind of thing, and I really like zoos, so that's what made it a little more fun. Building it, trying to put your animals in the right spot, trying to keep them in that spot so you can have more room for other animals. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a game that we still have, and we keep. And I just did some reviews on it if you've missed those. Number 84 has been on your list for 4 years, and that's Pony Express.
The mail carrying game, which actually has a fun theme because you're going on this map trying to defeat the Indians, which I was really good at until like the last game I played, which I stunk at. But you're like bullying Indians down, going on train routes, trying to get your mail to the end of the route as fast as you can and win.
All right. And that moves us to 83, which has been on your list all 5 years, and that's Apples to Apples.
Apples to Apples is where you have these cards, like Adam and Eve or other cards, and when a person puts down a describing card, you have to put down a card that makes the most sense.
Yeah, this is a game that most people have played. You like it still a lot?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Now we'll get to some new games that were not on the list. We got two of them in a row. The first is Magical Athlete.
A racing game with all these mythical characters.
Now, to be fair, Melody's version that she plays is my version, which I got from someone that came to Dice Tower Con, where we have like 80 to 100 different characters to choose from. It is such a ridiculous game. Magical Athlete is so stupid,
and funny.
Yet it's really fun.
Going around and then trying to defeat other people, push them back while you go forward.
That's right. Another new one that made your list is 81, Sushi Go.
Sushi Go is about sushi, trying to get as much sushi as you can, like the little dumplings, and trying to get as many of those, and then those little, I forgot what they're called, but trying to put wasabi on them to get extra points.
All right. So that's number 81. Now, just as an FYI, when we get to number 70, I'll take a couple questions that Melody can answer, perhaps. And so you can start thinking of those and maybe type them when we get to 72 or so. All right, number 80 has been on your list for 4 years, and this is a game that a lot of people don't like. And a lot of people say it's a bad Days of Wonder game, but you like it a lot, and that's Mystery Express.
I really like mysteries. I read all different types of mystery books, so I really like Mystery Express, where you're going around trying to figure out what happened. There are these clocks where you had all these cards playing down over and over again. You have to pay attention really, really hard. And it was a lot of fun.
All right. Number 79 is a new one to the list. That's because we played it for the first time this year. Ark and Noah. Now, this is better than the Noah's Ark stupid game you put on last year. That was that racing game where you went around the world collecting pairs of animals.
Isn't that this one?
No, Ark and Noah is the one where you were building the ark and you put workers down and you got wood and
yeah. This one had really cool artwork. I like going around the world and collecting pairs of animals and putting them in your ark.
Never mind, it's not Ark and Noah. She still likes that stupid Noah Ark game thing. All right, sorry. Shouldn't criticize your list. It's your list, even though that's a really bad choice. So anyhow, number 78, new to the list. Pick a pig or pick a dog, or they just came out with pick a polar bear.
Yeah, that had backgrounds and extra points and stuff like that. I haven't played it yet. It sounds fun.
Oh, you didn't play pick a polar bear yet? Okay, well, it's the same thing. Yeah. It's practically the same thing.
I really like pick a dog and pick a pig because you can play it over and over again because it's so fast. You have to pay attention to your cards to get only one difference. And you have to play against people that are about your level because I always beat my sisters.
Oh, so you beat me, though. All right. Number 77 has been on your list for 4 years, and that's Carcassonne.
Carcassonne is where you're building your little city, trying to put your people in it, building roads, fields. I just thought it was a lot of fun because you're building your city.
All right. Well, there's a lot in the 70s here that have been on your list for a while. Number 76 is Change Horses.
The game where you're trying to lose. That's
right. I should win that game. Because I lose so much. It just seems like reasonable. Gold. I'm not talking about that right now.
He never won. But anyway, Change Horses is where you have your own secret person and you're trying to make them lose without making other people trying to make them win.
Right. All right. And it is a really fun game. I mean, it's just an odd game because and you don't know whose horse is whose.
Yep. Only yours.
Right. So, number 75, Melody, being a vicious killer, likes to play Kill Dr. Lucky.
There's a new game that saved Dr. Lucky, too. But, or not new, but
Yeah, it's a different one. It plays the same way almost. It's just a few differences.
You're trying to kill Dr. Lucky without anyone seeing you, and he's like moving around the mansion, so you got to keep following him. But also other people are doing that too, so gotta watch out.
All right, that's number 75. Kill Dr. Lucky. Number 74 is Dice Town.
Woo! Dice Town is fun where you're rolling dice and, well, it's kind of like Yahtzee a little, except with other stuff, like little cups.
The little cup. Well, Yahtzee comes with a cup, but everyone has their own little cup.
Yeah.
And in this one, you're trying to beat everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Fast Yahtzee.
That's been on your list for 3 years. The next one also has been on your list for 3 years, and that's Redakai.
Redakai, I thought, was a really cool-looking game where you had these people and you can upgrade them by putting special attacks on it and whatnot. And there are all these different characters, too. So, little robots and things like that.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate it doesn't look like the game did that well, so we're not going to see many expansions for it. Too bad. The next one has been on your list for 5 years straight, and that's Formula D.
Formula D is a racing game where you can either play at the beginner or advanced. I've only played the beginner because, well, it was fun anyway. Where you have your people and you're racing around, but at the same time, whenever you go a curve, you need to slow down, right? Or you could crash off.
I think you should speed up. That seems a more reasonable thing. 71 has been this is the second year it's been on your list. Kamisato. Now, Kamisato is the 2-player abstract game where the piece, wherever you move your piece to.
It's really fast too.
Well, it really is.
We're basically putting your piece on a color, and then the other person has to do that color piece and move in, so on. You just get your piece to the other side, and I thought that was fun.
All right. And number 70 is Killer Bunnies and the Ultimate Quest for the Carrot of the Ultimate Unit. I forget the whole name of it. I do not like this game that much.
To destroy the other person.
Yeah, it's kind of like a deck building game. Not a deck building game, but you're
have a deck.
You're trying to build different buildings and cities and
other
things.
bunnies.
I like regular Killer Bunnies better. I don't even know. Have you even played regular?
Nope.
You know, we really need to get around to doing that. Okay, so
too many new games.
All right, so boom. Any questions? No, there are no questions for you. So now we'll have to wait to number 60 to see if anyone has asked you any questions. But there's 146 people watching.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to number 69 has been on your list for 3 years, and that's Fauna.
Fauna is basically a school game, kind of, to me, where you're learning about animals and then you forget them later. You're guessing about like how big the animal is, where they live, and how long their tail is, or how much they weigh, and it's a lot of fun.
All right. And number 68, this is the second year it's been on your list, Flashpoint Fire Rescue.
A firefighting game where you're going in, rushing in, saving people, getting them out, making sure they don't get killed. I'm still wondering how fires start in the bathroom. Too much.
Maybe someone was smoking and they had alcohol and it blew up. And all right, well it's a good point, but fires can start anywhere.
Yep.
Fire safety is important. Mm-hmm. All right, number 67 is a new one to the list, and that's Forbidden Desert.
Forbidden Desert is a fun game where you're going around in the desert trying to find the pieces of your broken ship, then finding the ship itself, building it, and then go away. But at the same time trying to keep the sand dudes from piling it.
All right. Number 66 is another new game to the list, the game that I'm surprised you picked, and that's Hot Rod Creeps.
But I didn't like the artwork, but
I'm starting to think you love racing games.
Yeah.
All right.
Hot Rod Creeps is where you're riding and, well, racing game, but also you get weapons on your cards and just trying to blow up the other person so they stop and you go forward.
All right. The next one has been on your list for 4 years, and I'm not surprised about this one, is A La Carte. A La Carte.
I really like A La Carte. I thought it was A La Carte.
I don't know. Whatever way I pronounce it, it's wrong. I've learned that.
Well, it's where you're cooking really weird-looking foods, like a rabbit with a carrot in its mouth. I thought it was a pig with an apple in its mouth. But anyway, you get these cool little shake thingies with the seasonings in it. You gotta pour it into your pan without putting too much in it or getting too much salt. and ruining the whole dish. I just thought it was a lot of fun. The artwork looks really cool, and that's a la carte.
Number 64, this is the second year this has been on your list. She likes the horrible game Wiz War.
Not horrible. To use.
Oh, okay.
I like Wiz War because you're going and getting keys and treasure chests to other people's and bring them back to yours. I think it's 2 points. Either you destroy a wizard or you get treasure chests. I think it's fun because you can have these spells and hurting the other wizard or killing them, and then these portals to get to the other side of the board.
All right. Number 63 is another brand new one to the list from the Tempest series from AEG, Dominaire.
Dominaire, that's where you go to the city and try to control each city to get more points.
Right, and you play different cards in front of you that give you special abilities.
Yeah.
This is actually a fairly heavy Euro game in my opinion, and Melody seemed to do well. Did you win this game, if I recall? Yeah, no, but it is.
I was doing well until the very end. Where they
I highly recommend this game. It is an excellent one. Also from AEG, number 62, Guildhall.
Guildhall, where you
Have guys with pigs.
dancers and other things. You're trying to get as many of one type of person and use their special abilities and more getting other types of people.
Yeah, it's a really cool card game. You folks should check that out. Number 61 is Takinoko.
Takinoko, how's it spelled?
That's one with a panda bear.
Oh, we got the giant version, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
The box is like that big.
Yeah, it's a huge version. Huge version's better than the... Sorry. But, I mean, even the regular version is pretty good, though. In fact, I think when you make your list, we didn't have the big version yet. So, this is without the big version. And
I still liked it because you're trying to plant as much of the bamboo as you can without getting the panda to eat it. Or I think you're trying to get the panda to eat it. And then each tile has its own thing where the panda can go or not go.
All right. Let's do a couple questions here real quick. Let's see. Have you been to any gaming conventions?
Yes, I've been to one.
No. Dice Tower?
Oh, like 2. My dad's Dice Tower and Gen Con once.
Gen Con. And what did you think of it?
It was fun. I like going to the kids section because I was younger back then and building stuff was fun. But I also played some new games there, which were new, but new to me. Like the Dragon game, which I think is Defenders of the Realm. That's when I first played it at Gen Con.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Do you enjoy assisting your father over the summer? And do you plan to do it again in the future?
Yes, because I get money. And also gives me something to do instead of just sitting around wondering what to do.
Yeah, there's what parts of the gaming things when you do it, what parts do you like doing the best?
I think it's like getting new games and seeing what it's like and then playing them. But when we have to dump them, that's not fun.
Well, it's fun to dump them.
Well, true, but then you have to clean them up.
That's
Bigger
true.
the game, the less fun it is.
Yes. What are your favorite hobbies besides board games?
I really like to read and draw and color. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, you really do like to read. She's always walking around with a book, which is a good hobby to have. All right, we'll take some more questions at 50. All right, number 60 is Dungeon Fighter.
Dungeon Fighter, that's a funny game.
That's, yes, very ridiculous style game.
Where you're trying to throw dice to defeat a bad guy on this weird mat thingy, trying to get it in the middle. And you have to do it like Funny Wares, where you gotta put a die on your shoulder and go down. Or turn around and toss it over your head or something.
And as soon as you have to do it a silly way, the die is not going to land in the middle of the table.
Not at all. But it's fun.
Yes, it is fun. Number 59, this is your second year, although it wasn't on last year, but it was on the year before that, and that's Get Bit.
Get Bit, we have the new version for that one, too.
Oh, we do. We have a really cool version with stickered people and everything.
And, well, the shark's still the same. But in Get Bit, I think they're robots, or they look like robots.
I always call them robots.
Where you're trying to get as far away as the shark as you can, or one of your limbs are going to fall off.
All right.
Eventually your head.
Number 58 is Defenders of the Realm. You just talked about this one. This has been on your list for 3 years.
I think it's fun where you're trying to defend your city from all the dragons or I don't know what the other two were, but trying to make sure they stay as far away as the city as you can, but at the same time trying to defeat their little minions.
All right. Number 57, Basket Boss from Koali.
I like Basket Boss because you're trying to get this really, really, really good basketball team, trying to stay away from that little mummy dude that gives you no points at all. And I like the
That's not a mummy dude. It's just a guy wrapped up in bandages.
It looks like a mummy.
Yeah, he does. It's a really excellent game. You guys should check it out. Number 56 has been on your list since the very beginning. Telestrations.
Telestrations is really fun, where you get to draw, like one of my really fun things to do, and you're trying to do little things to make people know what it is, and if you picked, also trying to make your card that you have, trying to see if it's the same thing as it was, like something, like I had a mermaid in the end, I think it was a doll or something. Mermaid turned into a doll.
Yeah, and they can get even more ridiculous than that.
No, people just scribble sometimes. Just
all right, let's see. 55 is a brand new game. I think Melody played it right before we did this lesson. That's 7-card Slugfest. That is a crazy, crazy game.
Slappy hands game.
Think of it as, what would be a way? It's like Dutch Blitz, except it's an attack game. Because you're playing cards in all different people's piles, and you're trying to be the one to do the final punch to that person.
Knockout! Yay! I thought it was fun because I was the little smart brainiac dude who had mystery numbers. He was weak but fun. I knocked out several people.
All right. Yeah, that's not a critical thing of this video. Remember what I said about we never say bad things on the internet about other people except fathers are okay. All right, 54 is a game that Mr. Z and Mr. Healy mocked me for, and that was 7-card slug. I'm sorry, we just said that one. A Tactics. Come on now, isn't that a great game? You get to shoot little things across the room.
It's not really a board game because it has no board and no cards. Just little people.
Yeah, it's really a toy, but we're calling it a board game because we can.
And it's fun.
It is fun.
It's like these people that you have, like you click while you move. Once I was really lucky, it didn't click for a while. And I got to go really close and finally attack people with the little buttons you shoot and boing, trying to knock them over. You have the Star Wars version 2.
Now, number 53, I think, this has been on your list for 4 years, but I think if we did your list today, it would be much higher than 53. Just because of how much we played it recently, and that's Magic the Gathering. Mm-hmm. Do you think it would have gone up recently?
Yeah, because of the new decks we got.
Oh, those Commander decks.
Yeah, that's really fun. 100 cards and 40 life. That's fun.
It is fun. That's the best way to play, and you get to put out really huge creatures. You get one creature that you can put out. You don't have to wait till you draw it.
I destroyed him in one game.
That's not the point.
But I like the big card that you have that you can keep putting it in, and well, the other 2 cards that you have. I played the light, and I don't remember the other color, but I remember mine was a bird wizard thing.
It's really fun. So Magic the Gathering. Number 53. Number 52 is the second year on your list. Risk Legacy.
I really like Risk Legacy, even though I haven't played it in a while, because you're trying to rule the world. Like this is the future or something with little aliens and stuff. I got to name one city. I forgot what I called it, but I was really young, so it was really funny.
You weren't really young. It was like 2 years ago.
3. I was still in school then.
All right, a year and a half. But okay, anyhow. Okay, so Risk Legacy is number 52. Number 51 is Dungeon Command. Now, this is a game that you like more than I do.
The one where you
It's like Magic the Gathering with miniatures.
Oh, yeah. Where you're moving them around and then trying to attack the other person. I really liked it. I didn't like the big spider person. That was freaky.
Yeah,
I was always the good guy.
That is really a gross
or at least
creature.
trying to be the good guys.
All right. Well, let's pause for a second and do some questions here. I know that... Let's see. People are guessing what your number 1 is. I don't think anyone has got it right yet. But anyhow, what's your favorite mystery book series you're reading right now?
There's one book that's not really a mystery, but they're trying to get away from it. It's a series of unfortunate events.
A series of unfortunate events, yeah.
I just finished the series, and I really liked it.
All right. Let's
I also
see.
like Nancy Drew.
How do you like basketball?
I'm on a basketball team, and so is my sister Amy.
Do you win many games, they've asked?
No. But it's still fun anyway, because, well, basketball. I'm tall, so it helps.
This person says, do you choose to save the cat or the person in the Flashpoint Fire Rescue, if you have the choice?
People and dogs. Not cat.
All right. What's your
He also wants to kill the cat, too. I'm not the only one.
They also say, what's your favorite game for a very large group?
A really large group. There's like Faces, and there's one game I forgot. I don't remember. But Faces is the one that everyone likes to play. There's also Dixit, too, which is more fun with more people.
What game or games do you beat your dad at the most?
There's a lot of games. But like in all my reviews, I like to tell people that I destroyed him in some games, like Magic the Gathering and other games.
I'm pretty sure, though, if we went back and checked the Magic the Gathering stats, that I win just as much.
Maybe.
No, there's no maybe. All right, back to the.
And then we do a rematch in there.
We're halfway through.
Yay.
We have a.
Halfway.
Yeah, we have something coming up. We'll do it around 30. We'll do it around 30. Okay.
Oh dear.
No, oh dear, it's great. All right, number 49 is the Adventurers, the Temple of Chakra, or whatever it's called. It's over there on my shelf. I can't see it. So okay.
It's kind of like the first game, the Avengers, except you're in a Pyramid of Horrors. I think that's what it's called.
No, this one is not the Pyramid of Horrors. This one is the Temple of Chakra. The pyramid is one where the blocks fall down.
This is the rolling.
The temple is one where the boulders rolling after you.
And the walls closing in. Once we played a game that the wall didn't even close in until like the very end, because.
I know, I could have stayed there and got all kinds of stuff.
But then you would have not been able to get out because the bowl would.
I would have run past the boulder and dodged it by running across the lava, then running across the bridge. I always win this game.
I think most of the people die. People.
I have never won. Ever.
I have. Like, choice.
Number 48 is the same as 48 last year, and that is King of Tokyo.
King of Tokyo is fun because you are this big monster, and you're trying to go in Tokyo, get more points, and I like the special abilities and the new expansions.
Yeah, we haven't even played the newest one yet. I want to play Oogie Boogie. That's coming very soon. We'll hopefully play that.
I want to play the panda. I haven't played the panda yet.
The panda. Well, not everyone has the panda, so let's not rub it in their faces.
But my favorite one right now, which is from the regular game, is the Cyber Bunny.
Yes, that is your favorite. My favorite is the King. The King is the best. It's not even a question, folks. The King.
The people I play, their favorite is the Black Dragon.
Number 47 is Smash Up.
Smash Up.
Second year on your list.
I like Smash Up because you have to try to at least get two groups that go really well together. Because once I had a group that I needed lots of cards for it, and then I had to get rid of it to get one person to do better. So it was a really bad combination, but it's still a lot of fun. My favorite combination, dinosaurs and robots.
That is a really good combination. Really good combination.
I had it once.
I like dinosaurs and ghosts myself. Ghosts, dinosaurs. It's very scary. All right, number 46. This is your first time on your list, although it's been on my list forever, and that's Wits and Wagers.
I thought that was on my list before.
I think on your list before it was Wits and Wagers Family. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe it is Wits and Wagers Family, and I just put it in the wrong slot. Either way, okay, Wits and Wagers Family. So it's not the first year. I'm just a moron.
I really like Wits and Wagers Family or whatever because you're trying to get as close to the answer as you can, and some of the questions are really funny. I could always remember one question that was the only person that was super close to it. And it was how many Webkins are there, and the answer was like 201 or something. And my guess was 200, and everyone else was down in like 30s or 25s.
You're never going to let that lucky guess go, are you? All right.
It's because I play Webkins. Now there's like 300 or something.
Probably. Money grabbers. All right. Number 45 was also 45 last year, and that's Werewolf.
Werewolf is also a game. That's the game I was trying to remember with the big group.
Well, yes.
It's a lot of fun. I haven't been the werewolf yet, and I'm really glad for that because I wouldn't be able to. I'm not good at
You've never been a werewolf?
Nope. Only in the One Night Werewolf one.
Well, yeah, One Night Werewolf, it's going to happen a lot more often But
and also it's for one night, so you don't have to bluff for that long.
our review, Melody and Mai's review of One Night Ultimate Werewolf, will be coming up next week. It will be happening on Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Number 44 is a new game to the list, and that is Lady Alice. I was kind of surprised about this one.
It's another mystery game. I think I liked it better than Mystery Express because I played it more recently than the others, so it was more new to me, and I knew it better than the Mystery Express one, where you have a clue to the real mystery, but you don't want the other people to know what it is, and you have to get all the clues right by putting your bets on the right things.
All right. Number 43 has been on the list all 5 years, and that's Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride was really low, I think last year or the year before that, because I wasn't really good at it and I got confused so much. But this year I've gotten a lot better at it, and it seems more fun too once you get better at it. So I like putting the trains out. I try to go for the longest train route by connecting all my tickets together.
All right, number 42 is brand new to your list. It's Agricola, All Creatures Great and Small.
I haven't played the first one.
The regular Agricola.
Yeah.
Although you have played Caverna.
Yes, much better. Too late for the top 100, which...
You think Caverna would make your top 100?
Yes. Because it's kind of like Agricola, but better. Well, anyway, Agricola, All Creatures Great and Small, you're trying to put all your animals and stuff in little fences, building fences, also other stuff. All I remember is building fences, putting animals in.
Well, that basically is the whole game. All right, number 41 has been on your list for all 5 years, and that's Faces.
A big game that whenever I have friends come over, they're always like, can we play Faces? Because that's one of their favorite games. So I'm like, okay. My dad made these super cool cards and new questions and stuff. So we have like this huge deck, and I don't even think I've seen all the cards yet.
Probably
we had it so
not.
long.
All right, here we are. Let's take a break and talk about something real quick. How we make these lists. The way that we make these lists is we use these cards here. This is some of my top 100 list cards here, and we write the name of all the games. So what I do to help Melody, because we both don't look at our previous top 100s, so I write the name of all her top 100s out on cards for her.
And then games I have played recently.
And then I bring her in and we look over all the games that I've reviewed over the past year, because if I play a game, I review it. So we look at all those and I say, which of these have you played? And we put also all those on the list. Also, I say, is there any other games in my collection that you've played? Because some of my older games I've been playing with her. And so we add all those and we shuffle the whole deck together, and then I give it to Melody, and I believe you did it when I was gone at the convention.
No, right before you left.
Okay, but I wasn't at home. I had no input in this, right?
Yep.
I don't control what she picks at all. She puts them in order, and
I'm not faster than him. I finished like in an hour because it's just easy for like the top 30 and up. Because I've been planning for a while.
Well, there you go. So anyhow, with that being said, let's get to 40. Number 40. We'll do some more questions eventually, folks. Probably around number 20. Number 40 was number 1 last year, and that's Tales of Arabian Nights.
Tales of Arabian Nights have gone down because I played a lot of really cool games this year. And I really like it because you're going around trying to complete your mission and then finding out really outrageous stories. And my mom died twice in one game, and I thought that was funny. One by getting eaten by a giant, and then the other falling off a flying unicorn thingy.
All right. So anyway, that was it. But it's still in your top 100, which is a pretty big. It's still in your top 40. Number 39. There's going to be a lot of newer games that you'll see over these top 39, although there's still some older ones. Number 39 is The Duke.
The Duke is kind of like chess a little, except that you're putting out people instead of having all your people at once. And each person has its own special movement. There's this make card thing, and I already have an idea for it, which is the Royal Dog, where it can dig underground and go behind people.
Right, and it is a pretty cool game. I like it a lot myself. Number 38 8 is another brand new game, and that's Le Havre, the Inland Port, the 2-player version.
That's the small one where you have the inventory thing, right?
Right.
So many games, I can sometimes forget what they are. I really like this one because you're trying to get as much as stuff as you can to get more points, and it was fun.
All right. And then number 37, very close to that, is the real game of Le Havre.
Le Havre I like because you have this little boat that's going through a port, then goes back, go through again, to get animals and other stuff, to build buildings, and it was fun. Like, building the buildings was I really like building the buildings and getting animals. I always got the buildings that had something to do with animals.
Yeah, you were butchering your cattle, weren't you?
I had to.
Yeah. All right, just saying.
I always forgot food.
Let's not talk about how much we love animals when you're eating them. All right, Alhambra is number 36. This has been on your list for 5 years.
Alhambra.
We were just talking about how we need to play this one again.
Yes, because it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like Carcassonne, except that you're building walls to keep away from enemies, if you play with enemies. Because you can make it like different games, putting in new stuff, taking out other stuff. The buildings look really cool in it, and it was fun.
All right.
And you don't get to change back in the game.
You like that aspect. All right. Superhero Squad is number 35. This is the second year it's been on your list. The little 2-player collectible card game with superheroes from Upper Deck.
It's fun. I like this game because the cartoon of the superheroes looks really cool. I also liked putting them out. I didn't like the part where you had to wait for levels to finally put out a card, because sometimes I had a really good card like in my first hand, but I had to wait forever to put it out.
Right. So, someone mentioned the sound is low. Hopefully it's a little bit better now. We can move the microphone closer. All right.
Hi.
So, number 34 is a game most of you probably have not heard of. It's from Chile, and that's Mi Tierra.
Mi Tierra, I thought was really, really cool because you had so many options to do. I don't even remember them, but like buying animals, going to the fair, buying stuff there, having a
Yeah,
farm.
it's really similar to Agricola in many ways. It's like a family-friendly version of Agricola.
Except I think it has more options.
It does have a lot of options in it, and has a beautiful board, and there's lots of different things you can collect in this game. So that's Mi Tierra. I'm sorry, Mi Terra. Mi Terra, sorry. Number 33, third year it's on your list, and that is Quarriors.
Quarriors, the dice version of Dominion, in my opinion. That rhymed. Anyway, I really like Quarriors because you have these dice and you're rolling them and get either monsters. You also need money to put the monsters out, or magic to put the monsters out. I call them money because, well, money.
Yeah, it's the easiest way. You don't want to call
the
it.
dice looked really cool.
Whatever the quit sound is. It's quid. I don't remember. Anyway,
Quid?
Money is right. Quiddity. That's right. That's what it is. Quiddity.
Sounds like squids a little.
All right, number 32, brand new to the list this year, is Pixel Tactics, which also could probably be Pixel Tactics 2, because it's the same game.
I like Pixel Tactics because you have these cool little pixel people. My dad has a card of himself, which I think is funny, because he looks funny in it. I like this game because I really like this game because you have your own special person, which you have a choice of at the beginning of the game, where you can have your own that has its own power, and then you have the other people where they have their own power in each section, which I thought was really cool.
All right. And number 31, this is the second year this has been on the list, Libertalia.
Libertalia, the pirate game, which had really cool artwork. I really like this game because the artwork, also trying to like defeat other people, how high your points was. I think there was a person called the Duchess where you got a lot of points if you were the only person who played her. I never played her because I was always afraid someone else might play it.
All right. Well, we're going to do something here that we've never done before. One of the things that we do in our video reviews is we do component drops. And we component drop. What we do for component drops nowadays, we have a system. As soon as a game comes in, the very first thing we do is we punch it out, throw it in a box, and we do the component drop of that game. We record it, and then we sort it out, and then we play it, and blah, 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 and it gets reviewed eventually. Sorting out's boring. Some people get paid to sort out games. I'm just saying. But anyhow, so we're going to show you what it looks like to do a component drop. And we figured if we're going to do a component drop, we should do one that's interesting. So we're going to do Ogre, which just showed up from Steve Jackson Games. Now, I didn't want to use the big Ogre box. That's ridiculous. So we have all the components, not counting the maps and things, in the lid here of a different game called Tomorrow.
I built many of the tanks.
Yeah, now wasn't that fun?
Yes, that was
Let's
fun.
hope none of these tanks get destroyed. But we're going to show you now. So let's move these chairs briefly. All right. So this is really how we do it. Grab the stand.
Ow.
Make sure that the table looks good. So we have the stand here. Going to brace it up against the table. Put the camera in. Turn the camera on. All right. And then what we do here is we try to find the field of vision where the camera is going to be. So we always place one piece down, and the main reason for that is so that the camera focuses on that piece. But the secondary reason is
we know where to dump.
So we know where the dump is. Now this one's a pretty big one, so what we're going to do is we're going to double dump it. So Melody will dump one side, and I'll dump another one. I just thought you said dumps weren't fun. It's fun when you do the dump, though, huh?
Yeah, as I said, dumps are fun, but sorting out's not.
All right, well, this game has a kabillion pieces.
Right.
It's ridiculous. The game weighed like 25 pounds.
This is the box it came in. The box is actually this size.
Yeah, that's just craziness. All right, so there we go. There's your box. Here's mine. Let's see. Let's get that piece down here. And it should be here. All right, that looks good. So.
Oh, that's a truck.
Yeah. Goodbye, truck. So it's like right here is where we'll be dumping into. And ready, set, go. Oh, that was a good one. All right. And then we turn off the camera. And then I say, hey, someone needs to clean this up. Now, usually, if Melody's in school or there's other people in school, usually I'm the one who cleans them up.
Or he takes it out of school.
No, I don't take it out of school to clean them. Oh, that's only in emergencies. All right, let's not get in. That has only happened like once. All right.
That was fun.
All right, that was fun. Okay, so now we're back to the top 30. Huzzah! All right. Wow, we're just watching, because of the lag, we just watched that, and that was pretty cool. Okay, here we go. Number 30, this is the second year this has been on your list. Lords of Waterdeep. Did the expansion help at all here?
The corruption was fun, except one guy, he had the corruption wanter and just kept buying corruption. We just thought he was crazy. That was funny. I also like Lords of Waterdeep because you had to buy these special buildings to help get you money or points or people, which you needed to complete missions. And I just thought that was fun, getting missions and giving other people missions that only give you like 2 points when you need people.
Some people stopped watching when we dumped. Sorry. All right. Come back. All right, number 29. This is the second year it's been on your list, and that is Mice and Mystics. Some people thought this would be your number 1. But 29 is pretty high.
Better than 100. I really like Mice and Mystics because it's kind of like a role-playing game, except it's not. I really liked it because you had these cool-looking little mice people who were apparently humans before. I really liked the game because you go across trying to complete missions as fast as you can because of the chapters, trying to get as much cheese as you can before the enemies get the cheese and like get bigger in their armies and stuff. I just thought it was fun. Again.
The next game, number 28, has been on the list for 4 years, and that's Nuns on the Run.
Nuns on the Run has dropped because, like I said, better games have come in. I really like Nuns on the Run. You're trying to go through your school type thing to get the special item that you need, like cake or note, without getting caught by the nuns or I don't know what they're called, but they're chasing after you. It's usually my dad because he's really good at it. I've won this game a couple times because I like cleverly sneak in, hide. My mom also is good at this. She hid in the big room in the little corner, and my dad went in. He's like, "Why did I see you? I was hiding in the room." Haha, kind of thing. And it actually makes you sweat sometimes or makes me sweat whenever my dad gets really close and like I'm like, uh-oh, what am I gonna do now?
All right, well that's true. Number 27 is a brand new one to the list, and that's Castle Dice, a game where you roll dice and then get to pick them for resources.
I like this game because the box is also kind of big for it, because, well, I don't know why. But I really like this game because you have these cards that you need to build, like a worker or buildings, to help you get more resources or protect you from those bad things, bad people. I forgot what they call them, but they try
Barbarians.
to... Yeah.
Barbarians.
It was fun. I also had fun in this game because there's dice. That's another reason why my dad liked it too. And I begged him to keep it. He was a little questioning about it because of the size.
That's right, but I did keep it. I put
it on top over there.
Now, number 26, this one's a very interesting one to me, is Puzzle Strike.
I like Puzzle Strike because there's a lot of games like the Minion. And I think that's like the best thing to describe all the games by because I play it the most. But Puzzle Strike are these little cardboard round pieces that are supposed to be cards, and you buy them, use special abilities, and you have a person that gives you 3 special abilities itself.
All right. Well, let's move on to number 25. This is the 4th year this has been on your list. Ascension, yeah. The deck building game.
Bad artwork, but really fun game.
You know, we keep adding an expansion like every 6 months, which makes it really fun, I think.
We have lots of cards. Lots.
Really, it's a ridiculous amount of cards that are in Ascension right now. Our deck is like this high. It's kind of crazy.
I like fighting off the monsters and getting new cards to make your deck better. I don't really pay attention to the bottom of the cards with their points. I just try to defeat monsters. They give me points.
All right. I like to do the opposite. I like to build up a big engine. Number 24 is Pitch Car.
We left the original game in Korea because it was so heavy that we couldn't bring. But finally, just recently, my dad got it again, and we had fun because we played it with lots of other people. The ramp was like the hardest part. Like I think.
Well, the ramp is always the hardest part.
And I was the first one who got up too. I'm like, I think second or first try. Well, I was skilled. But it's really fun because you flick your car, which is a round disc, around the track. Trying to get to the finish line first, and I've never played a game where a person has never fallen off the track.
No. No. It's not going to happen. Number 23 is X-Wing Miniatures.
I really like X-Wing Miniatures because you have these cool ships from the Star Wars things. I am a Star Wars fan, just not as much as some people, so I can't really name each ship. There's also a new game, the Star Trek one.
Yeah.
But it was too late for me to put in this list.
But do you think they're kind of the same, almost?
Yeah. Except this one just has, like, your captains that rate when you go and not go. Out the bad guys, unfortunately.
So that was number 23, X-Wing Miniatures. Now, once again, I like to point out that I have absolutely nothing to do with Melody making her top 100 list. Nothing. So number 22, I might have heard of this game. Nothing personal.
My dad designed this game, and I hope to do it. I hope to design a game too in the future. I really like this game because I liked how you try to buy the people. Apparently, my dad based all the people on certain people. I don't really know many of them, but it was so fun because I knew like 3. My dad, Mr. Healy, and Mr.
Bob's in the game. Well, Mr. Hosey's in the game, too.
Okay, maybe 5 or 6. I really liked it because you had to buy your people, or not buy them, but put influence on your people to get points and move them up, trying to get them to the capo. And I never, ever got control of the capo. I got the ring once, like at the very end. Still lost, but it was fun. Killing people or putting them in jail, using your special abilities against each other.
I'm such a good father. All right, number 21 is the new from Fantasy Flight, the Star Wars card game.
I like this game because it's nothing like the miniature one, where you have these ships to go around flying and trying to destroy the other people. This one is where you have cards and you're playing against each other. How do I describe it? I really like
it. It is a hard game to describe. You're kind of playing in a Star Wars universe, and you're playing against the other person, but it's more about the game than it is about the Star Wars universe, I think. So anyway, it's number 21. What we're going to do, folks, we're going to take questions at the end. We're just going to power through these top 20 because these top 20 fascinate me. That she picked them anyway. Number 20, this is the 5th year that you've talked about this game. Monopoly Tropical Tycoon.
My very first top 100 list, and I think maybe even my second, it was my number 1 because I loved Monopoly back then. It really fascinated me that it was on a computer, and, well, I just had fun with that. It used to be lower, but I brought it up because I found out the real way to play it, because when I used to play it, I always played it wrong on accident. But we play it a lot now because my little sisters like it too.
Number 19, Melody.
Sneak with the TV.
Number 19, Melody played this game, and immediately, she had just made her top 100, and then she played this game for the first time. Some people in our gaming group taught it to her when I was at a different table, and she went home and redid the whole list just so she could fit this one on, and that's 7 Wonders.
I like 7 Wonders because you have to pay attention to what cards you get, which the very first game I didn't, because I was still confused and what to get and what not to get, and armies is important, but not as important as you think, because some people get all the armies that they can when you don't really need that much. You just need enough to beat the other person next to you.
Right. Good call. Science, more important than armies.
Yeah, I always went for the science. I wasn't the one who got the most, but the second most. I also really need to focus on resources because I never really had enough. I always had to buy it from the next person.
Oh, money's good. All right, number 18 is another new one to the list, the Manhattan Project.
I like the Manhattan Project because you're building these little bomb thingies, but that doesn't happen till the very end of the game.
Well, they're not really little. They're atomic bombs that blow up whole cities. But that's okay, because you don't need to think about that when you're playing the game.
I really like this game because you start with just regular workers, and then you upgrade them to scientists and special workers, which I forgot what they're called. So they're like regular people, then workers. I really like this game because the board looks like a newspaper, at least parts of it, and the artwork was really cool. I didn't like how there's 2 different types of things you need to get, like the red stuff and the blue stuff.
Okay, well, anyway, that's the Manhattan Project. Number 17 has been on Melody's list for 5 years straight. I think it will be on her list for a long time because I know she likes playing it, and that's Cash and Guns.
I like the little foam guns. That was kind of cool. Or is it this way? Not like this. I don't know why everyone does this for guns when it's the other way.
What?
Fingers. Whenever people pretend with guns, they do the thumb up when it should be the other way.
No, it's because I don't know why
your gun
people
goes like that.
It doesn't matter, okay?
But I never really played it with the big shotgun thingy. But I have played with the ninja person with the stars. I once threw it at a person and hit him. It was funny. Because I was the youngest person I hit a person. Older, teenager.
All right, so that's
That reminds me of that one game. When my dad accidentally told everyone, "Why are you shooting my daughter?" No one attacked me ever since. It was funny. Because my team won. Yay!
Number 16 is a new one to the list, and that's Cosmic Encounter.
It's only new because every time whenever I had a chance to play it, I played with the other girls instead that were at our house or with other people.
Right. You just never really played in the games that I played all the time.
I just never was around.
So what do you think of it? I mean, obviously you like it. It's number 16.
I really like Cosmic Encounter because you're going and invading other people's planets. And there are these special cards that you have that give you special abilities, and I thought that was pretty cool.
All right. Number 15 is another new one to the list. I'll be saying this for a while here. Is Legendary Marvel Deck Builder.
I think there's already like 2 expansions for it. Well, one little one big one.
Yeah, Fantastic Four. You haven't played with that one yet, but you did. You might have. I don't even know if you played the other one.
Some. I haven't. I only played with like new villain and like 2 new heroes. I really like Domino. She's one of my favorite people because I kept buying her cards and that really helped. I really like Legendary because you're the superheroes. You can choose what superheroes to play against a bad guy like Magneto or Red Skull. I really like it because you can buy these special cards to use to attack the arch enemies, minions that are coming out and in the city, evading it, capturing bystanders, and then you have the special mission that you need to accomplish too. I forgot what they're called. I think they're like, I forgot. Twist something.
Oh yeah, twists. Plot twist or something like that. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. This is a game we play often, and the kids in the gaming group are always asking me to bring this one. Let's see. Number 14, Super Dungeon Explorer.
This is a game that I always wanted to play with my dad for a while, but because of all his work, we never really got around to it. But we finally played it with some other kids, and I just thought it was super cool because there's these little really cool pieces, and you're defeating bad guys, going through dungeon, then finally defeating the big bad guy. I just thought it was a lot of fun.
All right, and it is a lot of fun, and we had a chance to play with the new. I call it the Super Mario expansion.
Princess Ruby, my little sister's a princess.
Number 13 is another new game, and that's Galaxy Trucker.
Well, it's not a new game; it's just a new game on my list.
Well, yeah. We went through a period of time this summer where I said, Melody, what games do you want to play? And she was pointing out all these games, and we played them, which is why a lot of them showed up on the list.
I really like Galaxy Trucker because you're building this ship, and all the ships always look really weird afterward. Where you put out weapons and special rooms for your helpers, or what they're called, like controllers or something. Where sometimes you can drop them off at planets.
Oh yeah, they're just passengers or crew members.
Yeah, and then I think there's an expansion with little aliens and little chomper dudes that went in, like, destroyed each other.
Oh, that's right. We played with the new one. Those nasty aliens just went through your ship.
We were lucky. Or at least I was lucky in that one because it just went into a dead end and went away. I'm like, yay! But I didn't like the disease because I accidentally put all the crew members together and almost killed all of them.
Number 12 is another brand new game to the list. This is the last brand new one for a bit here, and that's Lost Legends. Just came out at Gen Con this year.
I really like Lost Legends because it's kind of like Seven Wonders with the passing around the card thing, except you get them and then you defeat really cool monsters, and like first level, second level, third level, easy, medium, harder kind of game. And like when you look at the cards, you're like, that's a lot of difference, but so is the weapons.
Yeah, all right. So that's number 12. Number 11 is a party game. Been on your list for 3 years, and that's Dixit.
I love Dixit, and so does my little sister Holly, because whenever we play games, she's like, let's play Dixit, over and over again, because she loves the little cool pictures, and I agree, because the pictures are really funny. And then when you have to describe it, sometimes it's really funny, like a top hat or something. And they're like, what? And they're like searching through their cards. Okay, which ones? Sometimes the character, the description is really bad, and I have a good card for it, and they guess mine. I'm like, yay! But the other person's like, uh-oh.
So that's it. We're now at the top 10. So
Yay!
this is your chance to. A lot of people have been guessing at number 1 what they think your number 1 is. Some of those guesses were proven wrong because some people said Cosmic Encounter, some people said Mice and Mystics. Those have been eliminated already. So here we go. Melody's favorite 10 games. Number 10. Been on your list since the beginning, and that is Dominion.
Dominion, which helps me describe all the other games, is really fun. We have, I think, all the expansions. I think we do. But where you get these special cards like merchants. My favorite card is the Black Market, where you can get a special card that no one else has. And it's really fun because I'm just repeating myself because I keep thinking it over and over again. But is a duck building game where you try to get as much points as you can.
All right. Number 9, the second year it's been on the list, Sentinels of the Multiverse.
This is another one that's famous with all the kids because, well, they just like superheroes, and this one, they have superheroes that no one really knows of because they're funny. I like this game because you have your special deck that's geared for your person to defeat the bad guy. I haven't really played against most of the bad guys, but it's really fun.
Yeah, it is a good superhero game, and each expansion seems to make it better. Number 8, Heroescape, 4th year on the list.
Heroescape, I really like this game because you can basically build your own board with the pieces. My dad says it's out of print, but I hope it's not.
Which one? Heroescape? Oh, definitely out of print. Sorry. But what do you care? We have, like, so much Heroescape. We could build that gigantic mountain on the table behind us if we wanted
There's
to.
Almost a whole section behind my dad's head. Just filled with terrain and the character cards, which I think the pile is like that big.
Yeah.
All the different characters we have. I really like this game because you can choose your people, go around, try to defeat the other people.
All right.
Oh, number 1.
Number 7. People keep guessing. Number 7, first time on the list, Thunderstone. Or what, being more specific, I guess, would be Thunderstone Advance.
Yeah. I like to play my dad's way. You explain your way.
Epic Thunderstone is where we mix everything together and we use everything from every set forever. And so when you buy the cards, like they're a mix of different decks. So you go to the weapons deck. I have like 5 different weapons decks. You can go to the bows deck and you can buy the top bow, and then the next one will probably be a different bow. And so it's really cool to buy the stuff and to go into the dungeons.
I really like this game because you can have your people upgrade them when they come by, and then defeating the monsters, either going to the market or defeating monsters, which is really fun.
All right. Number 6 has been on the list for 3 years, and it is Summoner Wars.
Not number 1. Summoner Wars is a really fun game where you have your special mage or something. Oh, no, I'm thinking mage.
It's a summoner.
Yeah, summoner. And you have your people who go out and try to defeat the other person's summoner. And then you can use your cards that you saved up to use as magic to put out more people.
All right. So now we are in the top 5. All 5 of these are brand new to the list, have not been on the list in previous years. Number 5, I thought this would be possibly your number 1. Several people have already guessed it as your number 1, but they are all wrong. Crossmaster Arena.
And I have to say this right now, but the artwork is amazing. I really, really, really love Crossmaster's Arena because you can have your little person, and I even have a poster that have all the people on it. I think there's all the people on it. It's really cool. We got the special trees and little character thingies, which I really begged my dad for because they look so cute. This game was fun because when you went out to get the other person, you had to get line of sight, use your abilities the right way, and it's just fun.
All right. Number 4, brand new to the list, Mage Wars.
I really like Mage Wars because I'm still confused of what my favorite person is now because they put out new people.
Okay, well, I know you like the Priestess.
No.
The healer? No, you like the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
And you like the new Druid.
Yeah.
So you like the nature people.
Yeah, and also people that put out stuff because I'm better at that than the magic stuff.
I like the skeletons and skeletons and goblins. I'm gonna make a skeleton goblin thing. But anyway, yeah, I thought Mage Wars might be too heavy for Melody, but she actually plays it pretty well. And we just played a week or so ago. Had a really good matchup. And I don't remember who won, and that's not important. But it is a very impressive game. All right.
I think we had to stop it because it was just taking too long.
No, we finished it.
Oh yeah. It was really close.
It doesn't matter who won. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Me.
Number 3. A cooperative game designed by the Engelstein family, Space Cadets.
I like Space Cadets because you can be your own special person. I was the not the engineer, the energy person. because I was given that one. I wanted to be the shield because it was blue. But I really liked it because when you went out, you had to do your part and you had to do it well.
All right.
And I can only explain the engine, not the energy. I'm confusing myself.
It is a hard game to explain to other people, but it is a fun game to play. Number 2, same designer, Space Cadets Dice Duel.
It's kind of like Space Cadets, but a lot faster because you're rolling dice. Once again, I was the same person as I was in the first game. And I was okay with that because I kind of knew what to do. But basically, instead of putting out pieces and putting them together, you had to roll dice as fast as you can and defeat the other team, which was doing the exact same thing.
All right.
I didn't really care if we won or lost because at the end I'm just like, oh, this is done. No more waiting. Because I was the one who had to move the ship away. And it was just crazy.
All right. Well, that was a lot of things. Here we're at the number 1. And I looked, and I don't think anyone has picked your number 1. And again, I have no influence on her picks. So that's why I was surprised that she picked the number 1 that used to be my number 1 for such a very long time.
I didn't know it. So.
Well, actually, this is the revamping of it. Duel of Ages 2.
Yay!
Now, why do you like this game so very much that it's your favorite game currently?
I really liked it because it's kind of like HeroScape with all the super cool people. And I forgot what the other game it was kind of like.
Well, I think it's more like HeroScape, really, than anything else.
Yeah, but there's another game that kind of reminded me of. But I really like this game because you can have your own people because when you go around, you can complete missions, which is what I try to do, or destroy the other castle, which my dad tried to do. I just thought it was super cool. My favorite person that I played so far was the unicorn because she kept winning the quest.
Jade, yes. So, I mean, yeah, it is a game, and Melody keeps asking to play it again because it really is a fun game. I mean, there's a lot of pieces, there's a lot of rules, it's very big and in-depth.
And a lot of board
the game
things.
You can play a kabillion times over. It's in my top 10, but we had no correlation. We do have a lot of games when you go through our top 100s that are the same. In her top 10, Duel of Ages, Space Cadets Dice Duel, Mage Wars, Crossmaster Arena, Summoner Wars, Thunderstone, HeroScape, Sentinels of the Multiverse, and Dominion were all also in my top 100. So we have a lot of crossover there. So it is interesting. Well, I mean, granted, Melody is my best 2-player opponent anyway. When I have a 2-player game, Melody's the one to try it out with. So, all right. So, anyhow, people thought you were going to pick Kalis. There was no way I'm going to subject my daughter to that game.
What's Kalis?
It's a really boring game. Okay, so let's see. At this point, we will take some questions, and then we'll shut this down because it's Saturday. And we have to sort out the ogre.
That'd be fun.
All right. Well, anyhow, let's see.
People are still
questions. Yeah, people are still catching up, and they're still like, what? Duel of Ages and stuff. So if you've already asked a question, I'm not going to scroll back up, so re-ask it, and I won't pick every question, but we'll pick some of the questions, and we'll let Melody pick them. So... Melody hasn't played Alien Frontiers yet. That's why she didn't pick that one. What TV show or film that you enjoy would you like to see made into a board game?
I'm not sure. I would like to see another Lego game. That would be pretty cool. Because the last game that came out was...
Heroica.
No, the game after that. It was the Arena one. Forgot what it's called.
Well, that's actually not made by Lego. That's Chains to Champions. That's made by a company that
Still
makes...
Legos.
Okay, fine. What ice cream flavor do you like best? Oh, I know the answer to this one.
Chocolate. Or very chocolate ice cream.
Oh. I thought it was chocolate chip cookie dough.
Well, it's still chocolate. Like chocolate ice cream with chocolate chips, chocolate cookie dough in it.
Fair enough. Let's see here. Do you play games with your friends and teach them new games?
I do play games with them, but I try to have my dad teach them the games because I stink at it. Because I try to explain it but mess up.
Okay. Is there a game that you always or almost always beat me at?
Not sure actually. Because we both kind of like tie each other out in games. Just I'm the one who likes to brag about it more.
Possibly. Let's see. What game does your dad love but you hate?
What games that you think I could? I don't remember because I'm the one who really likes games.
Okay, well, why don't we do that? Is there some games that you hate? Just tell people a few games that you really hate.
Boring games that don't have that much. Well, I like some games that don't have that much strategy, but strategy games I like a lot better. Because I get to think a lot in it and trying to think strategies to make the other person better. Bleh, can't even talk.
I'm
better with strategy.
Do you ever play any games with just your sisters?
There's some kid games that I play with my sisters, like Monopoly and other smaller kid games that are easy to explain.
All right. What's your favorite Summoner Wars faction?
The elves, the nature, I forgot what they're called.
The Jungle Elves?
Yes.
That's my faction.
That's fine.
Oh, fine.
I'm the one who's better at it anyway.
Okay. Where do you spend the most gaming time? With me and other people? With your sisters or with other people?
I play most of my games with my dad, but he does have his own. He has his own little board game group, and I play in it. And I'm the only girl, but it's still fun because I beat them. It's funny.
Someone said, "Do you start on your basketball team?"
We have a small basketball team, so I do.
There's 6 players, so Melody starts. Let's see here. Let's see. What do you think about the difference between Euro games and American style games? Euro games are the games where like you put pieces out and you try and get points and move cubes around. Kalis, well, you haven't played Kalis. Agricola, La Havre, Caverna, games like that where you're moving things, or the games where you're attacking other people. You know, what are your thoughts on that? Is there one that you like better than the other?
I think I actually like Euro games a little better than if it has more strategy.
What do you mean, my games? You mean the attacking games?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What game have you not played that you really want to play?
Kemet. Okay. I haven't played that yet, and I really want to.
Oh, okay. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I'm not sure, but I would like to be a Bible teacher for a small group of kids, like little kids. That'd be fun.
All right. Do the other kids think it's cool that you're on the dice tower?
I guess so. Yeah, they do. But they don't mention it that much, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, probably just as well. Let's see here. There are so many. Let's see here. What's your favorite cooperative game is obviously Space Cadets because you just mentioned that. You don't play trick-taking games because you just don't play those very often. Let's see here. Is Florida too hot?
No, not really. Well, summer it gets really hot, but you get used to it.
When you design a game, and I know you've been actually partially working on one, what would the theme be?
Doctor. I haven't really played a good doctor game in a while, so I'd like to do that.
Yeah, there really isn't many games about doctors and hospitals. Looks like we've run out of comments or questions. Hang on.
Hi.
Oh, did you say Euro or
Yes.
did you say your? You said Euro games.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Do you like Forbidden Island better or Forbidden Desert? Well, that one's pretty easy because Forbidden Island wasn't even in your top 100 and Forbidden Desert was. Is there any game that you're looking forward to?
There was a game, but I forgot it. I'm looking forward for new Crossmaster people to play with and more stuff, which I keep forgetting over and over again. It's like in my mind at one time and then forget it again. It happens a lot.
Alrighty, well, we're going to shut this down. We'll take a few more questions, so if you have one, quick shoot it out, and then we're going to shut this down because it's time for the afternoon, and we also don't want to stretch this video out and make it too much longer. Have you ever played Theme Hospital? That's on a computer. That's a pretty old game, though. I don't think Melody was playing computer games when it came out.
I think my favorite children's game when I was a lot younger was Candyland. It was my favorite when I was younger, and then after that was the Cherry game.
They said you should try a game called Hawaii or Vasco da Gama.
I don't know.
I wouldn't recommend them. Have you ever quit a game because you were angry?
No.
I wouldn't allow it anyway, really. Kids need to learn.
Last question.
Where?
Who has to pick up that one?
Who has to pick up the components from the ogre drop? We will make this a joint task. Who's your favorite superhero?
That's a hard question. I really...
Captain America.
I like superheroes with powers better because they're a lot more fun to watch. But I can't actually think of one. I really like watching the Justice League, and I like how they work together.
Okay. What superpower would you like to have?
Flying and reading people's thoughts.
All right. Now, someone asked you of your own game collection, or is it mixed up in here? And it's really mixed up in here because your room doesn't have any room. We're hoping that in 2014 we can move to a somewhat bigger house, and maybe then Melody can hang on to some of the games that I can't make my collection, but can fit in hers.
Just keep games that you don't like.
Does your father allow you to have snacks and drinks at the gaming table?
No. I have to eat them on the floor.
Yeah, you can have them and you can eat them. They just need to be on the floor. Well, we got the cup holders for this table now, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. Have you played Pandemic? People want to know? I don't know. Oh, you haven't.
I played the other zombie kind of Pandemic one. I didn't like that one.
The World War Z. Yeah, that wasn't a very good game. Captain America's nobody's favorite. Boo! Boo to you! Captain America's awesome! Does gaming help you in school? Do you think it makes you smarter?
I don't know. But I really like working on strategy games to help me. But I do school to help with games.
All right. Well, that is we're gonna shut down. I'm sorry.
And
for
accidentally destroyed a game I have done that once. An accident.
What game?
I accidentally broke the side of the box.
Oh, I do that all the time. All right. Well, folks, we really appreciate you watching. We are now officially done with the top 100. If you are wanting to work on the stats of these, I can send them to you as an Excel file if you email me, and then you can make a geek list of Melody's top 100. You should make a geek list at some point, probably.
What's a geek list?
It's on Board Game Geek. You can make a list of games and things. But anyway, that's it. We're done with the top 100s. Next week, you're going to see a lot of reviews from us. At least 13 are done, and maybe some more to get if we get those done today. And also well, I won't tell you. There might be other stuff, but the week after that, you're going to see Christmas shopping list, where we tell you games that you should go out and buy for Christmas presents for other people if you're so inclined to buy them games. Anyhow, until next time, I'm Tom Vasel.
And I'm Melody.
And we'll see you. Stop.